हेलो। कैसे आप सब? हरे कृष्णा। uh, Welcome back to my YouTube channel SAS with Vikas. In the last lecture we had discussed the function. The first part of the function is character function. We already discussed all thing like how to do all character function, how to use that one. And let's move forward in the function, that is the numeric function and concatenation function, and the last one is that date function. So we will cover one by one, and I just want to clear one thing, like those who have any queries or any problem with the solution just have to practice all the thing two or three times, and after that also you are not getting that thing, then you please ping me or that take help from my side. I'll definitely reach out to you and I'll solve that all problem. From last 2 days I didn't uploaded any video just because I was busy, a little bit busy in that. So hopefully I will cover all function in today lecture, like in two or three video part I'll upload all function. So okay, so let's start the session with the numeric function, that second part of function. And the numeric function is the function which we are using with the numeric data type. Like suppose we have data in the numeric, that is digit or the number one, and we need to use that we need to use function like sum, minimum, maximum, mean, median, mode, and the standard deviation, variance. There are many more function in the numeric function. So with the numeric data we can use that numeric function, what are the thing as per the requirement, as per our convenience, as per the programming, as per the business problem. So we need to use this thing, like whenever we are getting the data in the numeric type, then we need to use that, like what happened after using this, while after using mean, after using range, after using a smallest one, after using the largest one, we can use that for the analysis purpose. Yeah, I'm doing this with this data set, so I'm getting this result. This is for the later thing, but as of now you need to know that what is the numeric function. So numeric function is a function which we are using with the numeric data, that can be help for the give the optimum result. Like suppose we have data, like take example of here, like I'm created, I had written here data just because I want to create the data. I had created this data of exp9 dataset name, and in the input I'm giving this the variable, that is m1, m2, m3, q1 and l1. These are the variable in the this dataset exp9, and I'm storing the values of this variable in the cards. So you can see that for the m1 there is three different value, and for m2 there are three, similarly for m3 and q1, l1. So I just storing these values of variable this, and just creating this data set with the help of input and cards method, as we had already discussed in the last lesson. So this is just only I'm creating this repeated task, like I'm creating this data set of the numeric data type. This you can take as a numeric data type. So this is what we created, data exp9, and the variable this, and the values of this variable are this. So after this I written down that run statement just because I want to run this. So let's see what happened after running this data set. We can see there are variable, total number of variable is showing, like total column is 5 and total rows is 3. So we can see from here that total number of variable is 5 and total number of observation of the variable is 3. And we can also see by the scrolling the right side bar. So we can see there are 5 variable and the value are given as per our input, like what I had given the values of variable, we are getting that one. Now the thing is, we are discussing about the numeric function. What are the function inside we are using? This is about the data. But for the using function, we need to that data. That's why we have created this data set. So we are going to apply this all function like sum, minimum, maximum, mean, range, smallest, largest, whatever the function that is numeric function, standard deviation, you can say, like median, mode, all the thing, variance, all numeric function, whatever we had discussed in the statistics, we can use that in the numeric function. So let's start one by one, what the function we are using and how we are getting the result as per our convenience. As per this is why we are doing this thing, just because to solve the business problem. Just you have to learn this as of now, what is the numeric function, what are the types of numeric function. But when you learn this all thing, then you have to analyze by this way, like if I'm doing this sum function, I'm doing this mean function, then what I'm getting result, how that result is varies from the another one. So have to do with the analysis purpose, have to do this all only for the comparison person. That's why we are dealing all the that character function, numeric function. Okay. So you need to think beyond also why we are doing this, what is this and how we are doing this is enough for now. But once you think about why we are doing this, then it will improve yourself to crack any kind of interview, like for the top CRO, you can say that why you are doing this. Then once you give this explanation why we are doing this, they will definitely recruit, like they will you make a huge impact on your, yeah. Okay. So let's start the session with the numeric function. So as we discussed, like we had created this data set exp9. So I'm just creating this data again, data exp10. In this I'm giving storing this all numeric function value. So I'm creating this data exp10 name and calling this. For the call we are using set. Set is used to call the data set, whatever we have stored that the earlier data set. Set is used to call that data set. That's why we are using this set. And after once I will use this set, then what will happen, that data set will be stored in this new data set, that is exp10. You can see this by I'll see you like how this is doing on, how this is running on. So you already see, we already saw that one, that exp9 we have created that one. But I don't want to create every time, just have to use that created data set. That's why we are using set and storing this data set in the exp10 name, that after running this one like this way, we can get that result. So you can see here that that data exp9 dataset value is stored in the exp10 dataset. So set is used for just storing that one or calling the existing dataset. This is the purpose of set statement. Now, what is the function we are dealing in the numeric one? Why we are dealing with this one? All thing we will see today. So suppose we have the data like this m1, m2, m3, q1 and l1. But our purpose like just add this three one and see what is the sum of that one, what is the minimum of that one, what is the maximum of that one, what is the range of that one. Suppose you are getting the bank detail data and they are asking check the variation, like in which one the smallest sale was there, in which one the largest sale, like the largest customer transaction there. So all things you need to learn from here. So as of now, just see the function first. Later we'll discuss in the advanced portion of the basic also. Now the function is sum, the numeric function. I want, just because I want to get the value of this variable m1, m2, m3. So I'm using this sum function and storing this sum value in the variable a. So I just wrote down here a is equal to using the sum function, and in the close bracket I'm using the variable for which variable you want sum. Suppose I'm taking this m1, m2, m3 only. So I just wrote it down here m1 comma m2 comma m3 and close the bracket also, and again terminate the statement. So as we discussed in the last lesson, also have to comment the remaining part, those we don't want. just because for the better understanding and you can visualize the thing also. Once I run with this all the data set, then all the variable will be created at the time, and you might be confused with that. That's why I'm just commenting this all variable, and I'll discuss all thing one by one now. Now the thing is like, why we are creating this one variable, like we are storing this value in the a variable, and using this numeric function sum, just because I want the sum value of all this variable. That's why I'm doing this. So what happened after running this one, like we'll see that what happened after running that one, like have the variable m1 m2 m3 q1 l1. Then I'm storing this variable. You can see from here also, like m1 m2 m3 q1 l1, we are getting the data set of exp9, and I'm storing this one variable, like I'm getting this value m1 m2 m3. Thus I need that addition of this one. So you can see that addition of this one is 66. Addition of this all three, second observation is 25. So with getting that three value also, that 27, 28, 29, 84, like this. So I'm just adding this all three variable and storing that value in the a variable. I'm getting this one also. Similarly, there is other syntax also to write this code for the same value. Like suppose there's something changes in the syntax also, like how what are the another way also to write that program is as we had mentioned that m1 m2 m3, instead of that we can also give like of m1 then hyphen m3. It will also read the same value, but the writing syntax will be different. It's, you can say, the advanced coding, you can say the senior level coding. Like if you're writing the like this way, then you will know the, yeah, this is the saving the time, and this is the different level of coding. Like you have the more knowledge from the basic work. This is for the another syntax. Like it will also give the same value as we are getting the a, but the writing syntax is different something. You can see also, like after running this one, I'll show you. We are getting the same value, but the only thing is we are changing the syntax only. Like uh, the value will be same. You can see here a and a1 value is same, but the syntax is something different, or the you can say the pro version of that one, like writing the all thing. There is another level also, that by the different another different also we can say, suppose we are taking the all variable m1 m2 m3, that's for the same, like same sequence, we can use that one hyphen. But once you have the different sequence, like m1 m2 m3 q1 l1, like all the different sequence, like it's not follow the sequence, then you have to use double hyphen in between them. It will read the all data, all variable. Okay. So by that, when also we can do, like for the common or for the same sequence, it will only, it's need only one single hyphen. Once you have the different sequence, the different variable name, then you need that the double hyphen. Okay. So now we have to discuss that we can see all thing, this one thing also after running this program. I'll show you each and everything how this is all going on and what we are getting. That you can see that a2 variable getting the all value of all the some addition of all thing. You can check this all by doing the practice in your system. You have to note down that data, and you have to note down this program syntax, and you have to check that all thing, like yeah, this by this way we are getting the value result. We are, by this way we are getting the result. That's all thing. Okay. So like this way we are doing. And similarly there's another syntax for the sum also, like the second another form is by using this of m dot, like instead of this doing this m1 m2 m3 of m1 hyphen m3, then instead of this also we can use of m semicolon, sorry, colon. This is also only possible with the same sequence. You can't use this with the another sequence. Once you have the m1 m2 m3 like sequence, then you can use this m on colon. Once you have the M1, M2, M3, Q1, L1, then it will show the different result. Like you have to give that like in the double hyphen only. We can see that result also. I'm going to run this program dataset, and we can see that the value is getting same, A1 and A3. So this is about like by the three different way we can write the same code, same syntax, and this is for your information. Like if once you have the unsequence, that is not the proper sequence, then you have to use double hyphen instead of that. Similarly, you are getting the for minimum and maximum and mean and range all thing. So let's understand one by one. What is the minimum? As we know that minimum is means that minimum value of that variable. So what are the minimum value from among the three variable? We will see by using. So I'm storing this all three variable value in the minimum underscore value and is equal to using this numeric function, that is the mean function, minimum function, that is, and storing that in bracket m1 or the variable m1, m2, m3, like that. So this is the proper way, like how we are going to read this one, and how we are going to use that minimum function value. So I'm going to run this program dataset. So by this way we can see that, yeah, uh, I'm getting the minimum value of that one among three variable. So this is only usable once you have to see that the very minimum value from among the all variables, then it will be helpful for that one. Similarly, we have the another example that I want to see the minimum value from all variable. So I'm using this all technique, like the syntax of this one, like I'm using this of m1 under double hyphen l1, because this is the honest, this is not in the proper sequence. That's why we have to give double hyphen. So by this one also we are getting the minimum value among all variable. Whatever the variable, I will provide in the bracket that from that all variable we are getting the minimum or maximum, the which function we are using that. Okay, so this is about this one, like a minimum function. Similarly, we are using another function, that is maximum, and in the maximum value also there is some syntax for writing, like I'm using this one for the maximum and storing the maximum of value m1 variable, m2, m3, and storing that value in the maximum underscore value is equal to using this max function, that is numeric function, and in the bracket I'm giving this all variable. So we can see that after running this one, we are getting the maximum value from the all variable, whatever the variable we have. And you can see that we have the maximum value 23, 26, 29. So just have to practice this though. This is very, very easy. Once you run this one, you really enjoy this thing. You must have to feel this thing. You know what? Once you pay for that one, you will very serious for that one. Even you are going any training institute or from any trainer, they will charge for that one, and you will be very serious for that. But that person, I promise you, I challenge you also, I'm giving the best of my, no one can provide like the face individual training, like I'm just giving you just because you have to teach the, you have to learn that all thing. Okay, so just have to practice all thing what I'm teaching you, and do practice, take a benefit, like you just improve yourself, sharpen your skill with the SAS software. And this is very huge demand in the market. You will get a chance uh, for a programmer, for a analyst, anything like if you are in the pharmacy or medical line field, then you will also get a benefit of that thing. So just learn this thing. This is very, you can say that this is very moderate programming course. You will learn once you give the dedicated of that time for this course, then you have to give only 1 hour per day. 1.5 hour is maximum enough for per day, and within a 3 to 4 months you will get that certification or that all the thing, like basic full knowledge of that one. and I'm giving you all complete syllabus. I will upload all complete syllabus on YouTube. That's because just I want to explore my knowledge, just because for those person also, those who are not affordable to get that course or skill from the like those who have the economical issue. That's why I'm just providing this one. So come to the topic like numeric function. I already discussed sum and minimum and maximum function. Now we have the mean, range, smallest and largest function. Similarly, like what is the mean of that one? What are the mean? Like mean is then nothing. What are the mean value of that one? Addition of 3 and divided by 3 will be mean of that variable. So similarly, I'm storing this value, mean value in the mean underscore value and using this numeric function, that is the mean. And in the bracket, I'm giving this variable name m1, m2, and m3. There is something a different way of writing this variable we can see from here of m1 double hyphen l1. So just getting for mean value, I'm doing we can do this one. And after running this, we'll see that what the result is coming and how the thing is changed, like we using this numeric function. So you can see that among three variable, that is this, and this. What are the mean value of that one? We are getting that. So you can see that I'm using this sequence. The mean value will be the mid one, the 22 and uh, 25 and 28 will be result like that. So this is all about the mathematics. If you are good in mathematics, then it will be very uh, easy work for you. Similarly, if you are getting you want to that mean value of all variable, then you can do that with the use of this of m1 double hyphen l1. So we can see that after running this program, we can see that we are getting the value, mean value of the all variable. What are the value and the divided of that one? We can see that all. Okay. Similarly, also we can see the range of that one. So range is nothing like the maximum and minimum value of this all variable among all variable. What are the maximum value and what is the minimum value, and the difference of that maximum and minimum will be the range of that one. So we'll see that I'm using this variable m1, m2, m3 and storing that value in the range underscore value, and using this range function instead of that instead of bracket I'm storing this variable. So after running this, we can see that this is the data and we are getting the range value for this variable. So we can see that the range value is like 2. So among three variable, like maximum is 23 and minimum is 21. So difference will be 3. So only 2. So 26 and 24, 2, 29 and 27, 2. That's why we are getting real 2 for all variable. So okay, for this is for the range one. Similarly, I'm doing this range for the all variable. We will get the value of range for all variable. So this is about like how you are dealing with the data, how you're using that data. Like have to play with the data, have to make familiar with the data. Like I'm doing this, I want to this, I want to do this. That's why I'm doing this one. Just have to think twice, think while practice. I'm teaching this one. Okay, you have to watch the recording, you have to note down in the notebook, you have to practice same thing in the system. But after that you have to think from your side, what will be, how the data is look like, and how what by how way I can create the question. Once you're creating the question, then you will be become very proficient in this language. Once I was learning this course, then I was preparing many more times, like even every per single day I have more than 5 questions. Even my trainer was also fed up with me, like I was asking too many questions. That's again I was not satisfied with that solution. Then I was searching from my side also, like what is the thing, what are the I don't know, that I have to search that one. So you have to be very proficient for by your way. Like I will teach you all things, you have to be work very hard by you. Okay. And even this is very easy. Once you got the mid moderate and the hard one now, then you have to do also same thing. And one more important thing, you have to note down in your notebook all things just for the revise in the week, in the month, in the couple of week, all thing. Because as of now you are learning this thing, but after a couple of week you will forget all thing what you have to work that day. That's why you have to make a notebook of that. You have to make a note in that notebook. Yeah, I learned this today. This is by this way. This is by this way. This is the real process of growth. Okay. So this is about the range, and the smallest is we know the word. The smallest give the smallest value, and the largest give the largest value of the variable. But the benefit, what is the why we are using the smallest and the largest? Once we have the minimum and maximum, then why we are giving this smallest and largest? As we have the function, numeric function, the minimum and maximum. This is giving the maximum minimum value. This is giving the maximum value. Then why we are using this smallest and largest function? The benefit of this smallest and largest function is like we have better control over the position. We can we can get the positional smallest value, the second smallest value, the first smallest value, the third smallest value we can get. Similarly, in the largest one also we have better control over the positional. We can get the first largest, second largest, third largest, all thing this by this way we can do. That's why there is important of the smallest and largest. Rest of the thing is similar as with the we are using the minimum, maximum, mean, range, all thing. We are storing that variable in the giving this variable name and using the smallest function similarly in the largest function. The best important point about the smallest and largest is we have a better control over the position, like for which position we are looking for that smallest value, for which position we are looking for the largest value. That is possible with the smallest and largest. So this is you need to know, and this is you need to note down in your system, like notebook, like this is. By this way you need to learn any program, anything. If you are learning if you are giving the time, if you are making hard work, then you have to go through the process. Once you follow the process, you will reach the destination, or you will achieve the goal. You just have to just make hard and dedicated about that thing, and definitely you will got a job in this field. Okay. So after this one, we have some another numeric function also. I'll see that we'll see in today lesson also. Like this is about the numeric function, the major numeric function. What we are dealing that what you are dealing with the day to day life. In the if you are dealing with the bank data, then you have to use this numeric function many more time. Like why, how this is going on. Like this, you have to use that. Okay. And there are some minor, you can say that the less using numeric function also, like suppose we have the data in the such way, like data we are creating just because storing this data in the xp11 name, and creating this variable m1 in the inputs, and storing that values of m1 in the cards, and just running this data set. So the remaining numeric function we are discussing with this data set. That's why I just created this data set, and that is related to this decimal and integer and upper lower. That's why I just use that value of the decimal, like similar related to this one. So after running this data set, we can see that we are getting the data set of the exp11, though in that variable is 1 and the rows where observation is 3. Okay. So this is about the data. As we are familiar with the data, how to create the data with the using input and dots, or input and cards, and what are the data set name, how we are going to run that one. All thing hopefully you will know that till now. Now the thing is why and how we are using this function. Okay, so that is the four and two six more numeric function is like integer, round off, ceiling, floor, any digit, length. There are these are the numeric function we need to know. Okay, so I'm going to discuss one by one each point, like what are the numeric function. So similarly, we are getting this data exp12 and calling this data exp11 with the help of this set, and using this m1 variable and storing that variable value in in the variable integer. This is doing just because I want that variable value in the integer one. I want that value in the of integer value. What is the integer value of m1 variable? We want that only. We are not interested about the decimal one. We are not interested about the decimal value, whatever we have. We are interested only for the integer value. That's why we are using integer function. So you can see, we'll see that after running this program, how the thing is going to change, like why we are doing this one, and what's the changes we can see by using this. So we are doing this one, and after doing this integer value, integer numeric function, we are getting that we have the variable m1, that values is 20, 12.65, 11, 51.33, 21.01. We are getting the result in integer value of that variable. So integer value is not what, like we have the uh, numeric value. We don't have the any decimal value. That is the integer function. Similarly, if you are interested for the round of value, what will be the round of value for that one? We'll see. We can get also with the round function. So I'm using that with the m1 variable round function just because I want round value of that variable, and storing that variable value in the round variable name. So after running this, we can see that we have variable round, and the value will be like if we have more than zero point 0.5, then it will convert into the next one, that is the 13, and less than zero point 0.5 will be remain the lower one, that is the 51. Similarly in the 21.01, 20, we are getting 21. So this is about the round of value. What will be the round of value? Like if we have more than zero point 0.5 value, like 12.56, then it will convert that into the 13 value. And if we have the more less than zero point 0.5 value, like 12.33, like that, so it will give the value of 12 in after using the round off function. So this is about the round off. Now we have the upper function and the lower function. So this is we are dealing just because I want that a maximum value of that all variable and the minimum value of that all variable. So this is the function for the upper and lower, like ceiling function and the floor function. After using this function, that ceil function and floor function, we will get the maximum value of that variable. Like what will be the maximum value? Like 12.65, it will give the 13, and similarly we'll see that after running this whole thing data set. You can see, like we are getting that in the maximum value of ceiling value of that variable is like 13, 52, and 22. Like it will give the increment value, like increment value of that. If that is the greater than 0.01 na, then it will give the benefit of that one ceiling value is not something about that. It will give the upper value of that decimal one. And the floor is similarly same, like what will be the lower value, it will give the lower one. So we can see that 12, 51, and 21, the lower value of that. So this is about the integer, round, and ceil and floor. So just practice with the data. What I had given you the data and with the function. Just have practice 2 to 3 times. You will learn this by easy way. No need to worry. Okay, now we are discussing like the data, another numeric function, that is the any digit and length. So what are the difference in this? Why we are doing this and how it is going doing this? How we are doing this, you will see that suppose I'm creating this data and ds, and I'm just storing this data set name, and the variable a, I am storing this, my name is Zulminan, and giving the number like that. So, in that statement, in that variable values, I just want that any digit, like if there is any digit, just give me the position from where that is digit is started. It will give the any digit function. By using this any digit function, we can get the position from where the any numeric value, any digit of that one, any number of that, number will started. That can be possible with the help of any digit. And story, and again we are getting that for the length of that one, what is the length of this complete statement, that is string, we can get with the help of length numeric function. So suppose we want that the number of total number of letter in that one, so we can get with the help of length function. So I'm going to run this one and you will see and understand with for from better clarity. So in the b variable, we want that any digit one, and in the c variable, we want the length, total number of length of that one. So suppose for the any digit, we want that from where the any number started. Like we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So from 21, the number, the numeric one, that any digit is started in this string. That's why it's showing a 21st position. Okay. Similarly, the C variable we are storing just because the length of this string, what is the maximum number of letter, what are the total length of this string, we can get with the help of length only. So, what will be the 21, 22, 23, 24, 25? So, total number of length is 25. It's so. So, this is about the numeric function. Just practice all the thing twice, thrice, and make sure it's very easy, like you have to do perfectly. While doing one or two times, you will be proficient in this thing, and after this thing, after doing this two times, you have to do make another data, make another practice session, like question, what are the thing, what if I will do this, what if I will do this. You have to give, if you have time, then you have to do this by this way. This will make improve yourself by for the interview purpose. Once they will ask like question, scenario based question, what happened, if I want this data in this way, then how you will do this. So that time it will get you will get benefit by doing this practice. Okay. So thank you for now, just practice this one. And okay, thank you.